Okay, so we've got Mississippi State and we've got UC Riverside, and we're ready to rumble on the final game of the evening, and that will determine the 30th anniversary winner of the Linnaean Games. Here we go. In what year, within five, was the African strain of honeybees introduced to Brazil? Plotkin.
1972.
That is an incorrect response. UC Riverside, Keatsman.
1954.
Say that again.
1954.
That is a correct response. 1956 is the exact year. But that was within 5. Okay, here's your bonus question, UC Riverside. Once again, within 5 years, in what year was the Texas Entomological Society formed, and then when did the Texas Entomological Society cease to exist? Any response? Taos, UC Riverside.
1935 to 1965.
No. You missed the first one. You kind of got the second. Okay. We would have accepted 1922 to 1933, and you said 35, so you were out of the range. And it was actually formed in 1928, and it was disbanded in 1950, so you would have gotten that one. You know, you were within 5 years. But 1950 was when it was formed. Okay. Toss-up question number 2. Name in order the 6 levels of acute oral toxicity to pesticides. I need 6. Plotkin, Mississippi State.
No toxicity, mild toxicity, medium toxicity, medium hot toxicity, atomic toxicity, and fatality.
You're applauding an incorrect response. But I kind of liked it. Those are very good. Some of them don't sound so good, but anyway, that's an incorrect response. So, UC Riverside, do you have a response? Or do you want to suggest a similar? Taos, UC Riverside.
Caution, warning, danger, toxic, poison, and fatal.
Yeah, those are pretty good too, but that's incorrect also. Audience, do you want to suggest one? Let's start with the most toxic. What would that be? Extremely toxic. Then there's highly toxic. Then there's moderately toxic, slightly toxic, practically non-toxic, and relatively harmless. Okay, toss-up question number 3. What genus of flies is being released to control imported fire ants? I need a genus. Plotkin.
Sudactan.
That's correct. That is correct. And a bonus question for Mississippi State. The chrysomelidae and coccinellidae have different tarsal formulae that include the word apparently. What is the difference between the two families, and to what does the word apparently refer? Plotkin, Mississippi State.
The apparently is due to an enlargement of one of the tarsal segments that makes it appear like chrysomelids have the same number of segments as coccinellids. I'll say that they actually have 4 tarsal segments on their hind legs, but the enlargement makes it look like they have 3, whereas coccinellids actually have 3.
Okay, so what is the formula for chrysomelody?
5, 4, 4, and coccinellids.
That's
3,
incorrect.
3.
Okay, what audience, you want to try chrysomelody? Apparently what? 4, 4, 4. And coccinellity apparently 3, 3, 3. And the word refers to the fact that the next to last segment is small, difficult to see, and thus the actual formula is 5, 5, 5 for chrysomelody and 4, 4, 4 for coccinellity. Very good, audience, very good. Okay, toss up question number 4. What word describes the tracheal system of chironomid larvae? Taps, UC Riverside.
They have an apneustic tracheal system. Closed.
Anoustic is correct. Yeah, apneustic or anoustic. Toss up, bonus question for UC Riverside. The Society of Southwestern Entomologists meets annually with the Southwestern branch of the ESA. What is the name of their journal, and what year, within 10 years, was the society founded? Gordon.
Journal of the Southwest and 1910.
That is incorrect. Audience. Southwestern Entomologists. What year? 1978. Toss-up question number 5. Differentiate between inundative and inoculative releases of natural enemies. Gordon.
Inundative would be a sustained release of natural enemies, and inoculative would be you introduce a little bit of natural enemies and let them take hold and establish a population.
Judges. The judges say okay. Okay, very good. Inundative releases depend on large numbers of enemies, natural enemies introduced to overwhelm the pest population, and inoculative begun when pest populations are very low and hope that it get colonized. Okay, bonus question for UC Riverside. White flies and aphids produce honeydew sugars with differing ratios of sugars, of the sugars melatonin, melazitose, and trehalose. Aphids produce a 38-to-1 ratio of melazitose to trehalose in their honeydew. What is the whitefly ratio of these sugars in their honeydew? House, UC Riverside.
5 to 1.
5 to 1. No, that's incorrect. Audience. I didn't think you'd know that one. Okay. 17 to 44. 16.8% melazitose and 43.8 trehalose.
That was at the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, that was right. Yeah. That was your next guess, right? Yeah. Okay. Toss-up question number 6. What? Did they get the points for the last question for the toss-up?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I heard it right here. Yes. Okay. Here's the next question, number 6. This insect is the primary vector of murine typhus. You'll find it on opossums, rats, and stray cats. Plotkin.
Tenocephalitis felix.
Say it again.
Tenocephalitis felix.
That's correct. Otherwise known as?
I don't want to say it, I'm not entirely sure what the
Okay, the cat. Yeah. Okay, but he gave me the scientific name, so that's correct. Okay, a bonus question for Mississippi State. In addition to arthropod management tests, name 5 of the 7 other periodicals published by the Entomological Society of America. Okay, Plotkin, Mississippi State.
Journal of Medical Environmental Entomology, Journal of Economic Entomology, Systematic Entomology.
No, that's incorrect. That's an incorrect response. You were doing good up until the systematic entomology. I would have taken you said Environmental Entomology, Journal of Economic Entomology, and Journal of Medical Entomology. Also the Journal of Integrated Pest Management, the Annals of the Entomological Society of America, the ESA Newsletter, and American Entomologists. Okay, toss-up question number 7. What is meant by an open population? Gordon.
A population which immigration happen frequently.
Judges? They're reading the long answer that they have to see if it works. Can you just repeat now that they've read the answer?
A population in which immigration, which is individuals coming into the population, and emigration, which would be individuals leaving that population, happen quite often.
Yeah, they say okay. I think the applause convinced them. In an open population, birth, death, immigration, and immigration, all are acting, in a closed population, only birth and death are contributing to the population. Okay, bonus question for UC Riverside. Recently, researchers discovered a new species of Mexican butterfly and are offering to sell the naming rights to raise money to fund more research. What type of Lepidopteran was it, and how much are they asking for the naming rights? And do you have a response? Taos, UC Riverside.
A pirate butterfly and $1 million.
Was that like this? Did you say $1 million? No, that's incorrect. Audience. Apparently it's in the Opsiphanes group, near the Morphos and monarch butterfly branches of butterfly, and they're asking $50,000. A mere $50,000. Okay. Question number 8. What is the genus name for the vector of blue tongue virus and on the interruption, Taos, UC Riverside?
The genus name is Chelicoides.
That is correct. Here's your bonus question. Atta and Agromyrmex ant species secrete antibiotics to protect their fungus gardens of basidiomycetes. Specifically, where, on what part of the body, are these glands found? And I said specifically. Gordon.
They're found on the head and specifically the fronds.
That is incorrect. Audience. They're on the thorax, kind of, but it's the metapleuron. These are metapleural glands. Toss-up question number 9. Where would you find a rastellum? Rastellum. Plotkin.
It's not coming to me. I'll say you find it on thorax.
No, that's an incorrect response. UC Riverside, do you have a response? UC Riverside, Keatsman.
On the wing.
On the wings is incorrect. Audience. The where? No. The metathoracic leg of honeybees. Toss-up question number 10. According to Grimaldi, the Neoptera is comprised of 3 major lineages. Which of these lineages includes the true lice, thrips, and hemipterans? Gordon.
Paraneoptera.
That is correct. Paraneoptera. And a bonus question for UC Riverside. Name 3 families of Lepidoptera that contain predatory species as either adults or larvae. I need 3. And your response, Gordon?
Erebity, geometry.
Say that again.
Erebity.
Okay.
Referencing, geometry.
Okay.
And plurality.
That's correct. I also would have accepted noctuity, blastobacidi, lacianidi, and epiphora, and so on, so on. There's a couple more, but we're not going to go into that. Okay, I'll leave it to the lepidopterists in the audience. Toss-up question number 11. Ah, okay. What does, are you kidding with this one? Okay, what does IPM stand for? Lyle?
Integrated Pest Management?
Yeah. I'm trying to read this and see if there's something I was missing here. Okay. Toss our bonus question for Mississippi State. Where did the nickname Yellow Jack or Yellow Fever come from? Plotkin, Mississippi State.
It comes from yellow coloration associated with jaundice, which is one of the symptoms of yellow fever.
No, that's an incorrect response. Audience.
Yellow flag.
The yellow flag flown by ships and ports that were experiencing an outbreak of disease had 2 yellow quadrants and 2 black quadrants. The flag was known as the Yellow Jack and was flown often during yellow fever outbreaks. Toss-up question number 12. Name the genus of mosquito that transmits malaria, and on the interruption, Lyle.
Anopheles, and it's transmitted by Anopheles mosquitoes. There's a spider that eats specifically those. It's transmitted by Anopheles mosquitoes. Tropical disease.
Okay, I'm going to take that as an incorrect response. That's -5 for Mississippi State. And I'm going to repeat the question in its entirety for UC Riverside. Name the genus of mosquito that transmits malaria and the form of the parasite that is injected into the host when an infected mosquito takes a blood meal. Taos, UC Riverside.
The mosquito genus is Anopheles, and it injects sporozoites.
That is correct. And a bonus question for the team from UC Riverside. The name Dumbledore, popularized to the Harry Potter series, is an old Devon name for what particular type of insect? Taos, UC Riverside.
A bumblebee.
That's correct. Toss-up question number 13. When Kopek determined that hormones played a role in insect development, what insect was his model? Plotkin, Mississippi State.
Silk moth.
That is incorrect. UC Riverside, Taos.
A blowfly.
The what?
The blowfly.
Just the blowfly. Blowfly. No, that's incorrect. Okay, audience. Lymantria dispar, the gypsy moth. And I need a slide for toss-up question number 14. Wow. Okay. These spectacular insect wings are the result of structural color patterns in the transparent wings of small wasps and flies. The patterns are visible and stable at various angles of view, both in live insects and in 100-year-old museum specimens. As discussed in a 2011 PNAS paper, what do the authors suggest is the biological significance of these wing patterns? Gordon, UC Riverside.
They're called whips or wing interference patterns, and they've been suggested to be used in species recognition for mating and mating displays.
Yes, the judges say that's correct. next question for UC Riverside. Name the distinguished British evolutionary geneticist who, when asked to conclude as to the nature of the Creator from the study of his creation, supposedly said, the creator had an inordinate fondness for beetles. Taos, UC Riverside.
His name was Haldane.
Haldane, that's correct. Toss-up question number 15. What are the four suborders of the Theraptera? Plotkin, Mississippi State.
Anopleura, Malafica, Echinothyroidea, and...
That's an incorrect response. UC Riverside, do you have a response? 10 seconds. No response. Audience. Anopleura, Ischnocera, Amblycera, Rhinocophryum. Okay. Toss-up question number 16. With the new safety data sheets, what will the signal words be? With the new safety data sheets, what will the new signal words be? Adams.
Warning, caution, and danger.
No, that is incorrect. UC Riverside, 10 seconds. No response. Audience. Warning and danger. Warning and danger. Very good. Okay, so we have a winner, UC Riverside.